Whoa, 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 whoa. We made it to the edge of another December, with stories in our sleeves and the dust in our lungs. Some of it was heavy, some of it was laughter, but you were in the middle when we didn't feel strong. In folding chairs and hallway lows, in prayers we whispered low, you stitched us back together, made a family out of bones. So we breathe in grace and we let go of control. If you're still leading, we're still home. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft, make the new year more of your love. We watched you show up in ordinary places, in casseroles and car rides, and a text that said I'm here. At the table with the bread and the cup between us, you made the hidden courage rise up through our fear. No perfect people, no polished lines, just mercy in real time. Teach us to carry each other like you carried us alive. Make us steady, not loud, make us faithful in the small. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft, make the new year more of your love. Let forgiveness be our language, let compassion be our pace. Put your light in our living rooms, put your courage in our days. Send us to the lonely corners, keep us rooted in your peace. Jesus, build your home among us, teach our hands to be your hands. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And when the nights get long again, we'll sing it out and sing it then. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft, make the new year more of your love. Chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft, make the new year more of your love. The year keeps turning like the tide of night. Headlines rolling and the shoreline shifts, but there's a quiet underneath the noise, a deeper current where your promise lives. We've learned the wind can change in a minute, and feelings fade like a passing flame. So we're looking for the thing that doesn't move, a name that stays the same. When the surface is restless, hope goes down deep, past what we see, to what you spoke in a key. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast when the waters pour. Not a wish in the air, not a momentary calm. Jesus, you hold us when the storms come, so we won't drift, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast. You don't break your word, you don't back away. You don't change when the seasons wear it. When we're tired of guessing what tomorrow holds, still faithful in the quiet again. Like an anchor hidden under the waves, gripping what's silent, immovable stone. Our trust goes deeper than our circumstance. You're the ground we're standing on, and when we can't feel it, we choose to believe. Your promise is stronger than what fear tries to preach. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast when the waters pour. Not a wish in the air, not a momentary calm. Jesus, you hold us when the storms come, so we won't drift, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast. Make us a people who stay close to you, rooted in your heart and shaped by truth, rooted in your word when the world feels thin, rooted in your presence when the night comes in. Teach us to listen before we decide to move with compassion, to work in that light, and when someone's sinking near our side, make our hands steady, make our hope loud enough to share. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast when the waters fall. Not a wish in the air, not a momentary calm. Jesus, you hold us when the storms come, so we won't drift, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steady.
Good morning, North Atlanta. We are so glad that you are joining us this morning online. If you're visiting and you found our page, we are so happy that you have found us. Welcome. We are happy to welcome you in. Right now, we are in between two holidays. Christmas has just passed and New Year's is still upon us. And what that means is that brings a lot of different emotions for different people. Some people are in a season of joy and celebration and happiness, and other people may be in a season of sorrow and mourning and hardship. And so what that means for us is that we're just in different places, and how we approach worship comes from different spots. And so I just ask that as we sing our songs this morning, that you just lean in with your heart. And if you're not able to sing the words because it's just rough and it's hard for you to truly lean into worship, then I just ask that you let Kendra and I sing these words over you, let them bless you and help you through this season. And if you are able to lean in fully, then you give your full heart and your full attention into worship this morning. So please join us as we sing.
Your strength becomes our own. Now you're making me like you. You're clothing me in white, bringing beauty from ashes. For you will have your bride, free of all her guilt and rid of all her shame, and known by her true name. And it's why praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my angels and saints, we sing worthy. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips.
Greetings from Kyiv, Ukraine, our dear church family in North Atlanta. Every situation in our lives is given by God so that we can grow, gain experience, and learn to trust Him above everything else. Living during a time of fire is also part of that experience. For example, when you go to sleep here, you understand that no one can guarantee how the night will go or what tomorrow will bring. All you can do is pray and place everything in the Lord's hands. I'm saying this because in Ukraine we often hear air raid alarms at night. That is when missile attack or drone attacks usually happen. I have a short video from one morning when I woke up to a sound in the sky. I opened the kitchen window and recorded it. And I would like to share this video with you. This is drone. One more drone. And these drones not just flying in the sky like birds. They bring distractions. And sadly, they bring death. But every morning the big city wakes up. People get up, go to work, and keep living their lives. And we also continue our ministry. We do not complain about our situation here in Ukraine. We choose to thank God for every new day and for a chance to share the gospel with people around us. We keep preaching the good news about Jesus 4 times a week on National 5th Channel. Our program, as you remember, is called Inspiration. We want to bring people joy, hope, faith, light, grace, and future in Christ. And with God's help and with your help, dear church, this is going very well. We receive many phone calls from people asking us to pray with them. People ask us for help. They ask for send them a Bible or a New Testament. This year we're able to send over 41,000 Bibles. 41,000 Bibles and other Christian literature as a gift. It is amazing how God opens people's hearts. We understand that it's not us, but God allows us to do all this work. And now, we remember in Jesus Christ, our Lord, who defeated this world and defeated death. When we open our hearts for Jesus and follow Him, He gave us salvation, His love, grace, peace, and victory over all the problems of this world. May God help all of us stay in Jesus. Because He said, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, even if they die, will live again. And in conclusion, we want to say many times, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your big hearts filled with love, for your support, for your prayers. Peace and grace to you, dear church family.
Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Sing that again. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true.
I am found, I am yours, I am loved, I'm made pure, I have life, I can breathe, I am healed, I am free.
Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true.
I am found, I am yours, I am loved, I'm made pure, I have life, I can breathe, I am healed, I am free, 'cause you are strong, you are sure, you are life, you endure, you are good, always true, you are light breaking through. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Yes. Speak what is true. So here's my life. Here's my life, Lord. Here's my life, Lord. Here's my life, Lord. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. 'Cause you are more than enough. You are here. You are love. You are hope.
did you get what you wanted? That's the question we often ask after Christmas, right? It's like, maybe we wouldn't say that to the gift givers or the people around us, but someone else over coffee might say, hey, did you get what you wanted? And sometimes we exclaim, yes, oh, it was amazing, and we describe this gift. And other times it's kind of, I got a gift receipt, maybe I'll go back. And as Susan and I have aged with our family, we give almost every gift with a gift receipt, and we find ourselves saying what the older people used to say. We got exactly what we wanted because we were together. But that's the thing with wants. Wants are like that. They kind of function throughout our lives, and that little 4-letter word takes on a lot of meaning. What do you want? We might even have been asking ourselves as we're leading up to the new year, what do I want in the new year? You may have gone through a year-end review at work. They might have asked you to put down some goals, kind of asking, what do you want for the new year? A lot of times people take this time for a health reset, and they're kind of like, okay. And listen, this is already going on at my house. My wife has already let me know that Diet Coke is on its way out, so I have already actually started storing it in a secret place. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. But that's how wants function. When someone else tells us, you don't want that, we're like, I think I do. Or, why are you saying that? And that's the way that wants function. There's another 4-letter word, need. And throughout our lives, those two words kind of go back and forth, right? And someone will even say, I know you want that, but do you need it? I can remember when Susan and I were living in Indiana and had a young family, and we were adding a 4th child and processing what it would mean to maybe need a larger house. Did you hear that word? And our real estate agent was one of the shepherds of our church. A wonderful guy, very wise. And when we were at this house and I exclaimed, it's just what we need, Scott said, you don't need this house. He said, I grew up here in Anderson. We all lived in much smaller homes than these. It's okay to just admit this is the house you want. It's not the one you need. And I don't know how I liked that, but I knew he was right. I knew immediately that he was right. And he was tempering something in my soul. Now, if you're able, would you go ahead and open your Bible, open your heart to Mark chapter 10. Go ahead and turn there. And I want to set this up. Now, I'm actually going to reference another scripture first, but I want you to be turning to Mark chapter 10. James, the brother of Jesus, was invited by the Spirit to write a letter to churches, and that letter ended up in our New Testament. It's the book of James. And in chapter 4, James addresses this issue. He said, you do realize that a lot of your problems are rooted not just in what you want, but why you want it. He said, he uses stark terms like, you're mad at each other, you're fighting with each other, you kill and destroy each other. And we see that this is real at some level. Why? And James says, well, first of all, it's what you want. And it's why you want it. You just want these things because they are this short, brief, small imagination of you getting what you desire. He said, but the truth is that this is causing so many problems because, as we all know, sometimes when you get what you want for the reason you want it, it ruins everything. James goes on to say, listen, the enemy wants to leverage your wants against you. And if you would humble yourself and submit yourself to God, you would actually be better equipped to face these moments. You could go into a moment and instead of just bulldozing your way through to get what you want, you could ask yourself, I wonder what God wants. I wonder where God would lead me in this. And so that's where I want us to kind of focus our time in this last message of the year, this last worship time together of the year. I want us to think about what it's meant for us to look through this theme of engage all year and recognize that that theme has been challenging our wants and why we want them. Now, I want you to know, I am not suggesting that every want is wrong, and we're going to see that in our text this morning. So let's go ahead and turn there, okay? If you're in Mark chapter 10, I want you to join me there, and we're going to look at two back-to-back events right in the same chapter. So we'll begin in verse 35. Then James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus. Teacher, they said, we want you to do for us whatever we ask. Well, that's a loaded request, right? But notice Jesus' reply. What do you want me to do for you? Now, do you hear that? What is it that you want? So they go on to describe it. They say, hey, when you come in your kingdom, here's what we want. You know, we can imagine a throne and you're on it, you're in the middle, but I'll bet there are two little thrones to the side, one on the left, one on the right, and we'd like those. Jesus says, first of all, you don't actually know what you're asking for. He says that. He says, you don't get it. You want it, you think you want it, but as this is going to play out, you're going to rethink that later. But then he says, let me tell you what the real problem is. The problem is that you're short-sighted. You're kind of being a little bit small-minded about your wants. See, he said the world thinks like you think. People want positions of power. You know, they want to be the most important person in the room. You know, they want to be president. They want to be premier. They want to be the head of something, the CE something in the world. Right? The CEO, right? Most important person. And he said the world wants that, but they want that for the wrong reason. Jesus doesn't say it's wrong to be a CEO or a president. He doesn't say that's not wrong unless you want it for the wrong reason. He said, and that's the world you live in. He said the reason they want it is because they like to lord it over other people. They like to ensure by policy that they're going to get their way no matter what that does to anyone else. Then Jesus says, that's not what I want, and I want you to want something different. This is what it says. Look at verse 42. Jesus called them together and said, you know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles, they lord it over them. Their high officials exercise authority over them. But not so with you. Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be first must be the slave of all. For even the Son of Man, referring to himself, did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. Now, before we move on from this text, I would like for you on your own to go and read John 10, 17, and 18. Because Jesus actually reveals what he wants. Jesus says, no one takes my life from me. I give it up of my own accord. See, what Jesus is trying to say is, nobody made me die for you. I wanted something. I wanted something. And what I wanted became so important that it made me reevaluate other wants. And Jesus is leading his disciples to do the same. Now, we're in the same text. We're still in Mark chapter 10. I mentioned these are back-to-back episodes. So would you pick up with me in verse 46? You ready? Well, then they came to Jericho, and as Jesus and his disciples were together with a large crowd and were leaving the city, a blind man, Bartimaeus, his name means son of Timaeus, he was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And many rebuked him. They told him, "Be quiet." But he shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." So Jesus stopped and he said, "Call him." So they called to the blind man, "Cheer up, on your feet. He's calling you." Throwing his cloak aside, he jumped to his feet and came to Jesus. Jesus asked him, "Are you ready for this? What do you want me to do for you?" Now, do you notice that verse 36 and verse 51 are identical? Jesus said to James and John, "What do you want me to do for you?" He says to Bartimaeus, "What do you want me to do for you?" These two episodes are back to back, revealing to us that not all wants are bad, but all wants need to be evaluated. What did he say? The blind man said, "Rabbi, I want to see." "Go," said Jesus, "your faith has healed you." Immediately he received his sight and he followed Jesus along the road. Now I want you to notice something. What James and John were asking for was, "Hey Jesus, when you're in charge, make us in charge too." Bartimaeus says, "Give me sight and I will follow you." Not all wants are bad, but why we want them shapes what we want and how we receive it. Now, something I'd like you to notice on your own is this experience is also in Luke 18. Go ahead and write this down if you want to look it up. Luke 18, 35 to 43. And as is often the case in the Gospels, each Gospel reveals a little bit different angle on a situation. So I want you to look at this. In verse 39, when Bartimaeus is calling out, "Lord, please, Son of David, have mercy on me," it says in verse 39, those who led the way are the ones that rebuked him and told him to be quiet. Those who led the way rebuked him and told him to be quiet. Can you imagine if among the disciples of Jesus, those who were leading the way were telling certain people, "Your wants don't count"? Oh, ours count, but yours don't. And what Jesus said right in the middle, what I want is what counts. Because I'm modeling for you the wants of heaven. I'm modeling for you wants that are guided by love, wants that are guided by wholeness, wants that are guided by healing, redemption, reconciliation, restoration, and renewal. I'm modeling for you wants that don't just make your life better, they make the world more as God intended it to be. So I want you to consider a few thoughts as we transition from this year and we build on our commitment to engagement to ask ourselves, in the new year, how are we imagining our wants? So here's a few things I would like to summarize. Number one, our wants and our needs may overlap, but they're not identical. Just because I want something passionately doesn't mean that it's elevated to a need. James and John wanted something. They wanted something. But Jesus said, you need something that will reshape your wants. Number two, getting everything we want can keep us from getting everything we need. James and John, Jesus even said to them, you don't know what you're asking for. Because actually, they were eventually going to need something that would transform their wants. So had Jesus given them what they wanted, they would have missed out on what they needed. Number three, some of our wants are just bad for us and others. They just are. I didn't know another way to say it, but it's the truth. When we want selfish power, when we want to get and get and get at the expense of others receiving, it's just bad for us. It malforms our inner person, and getting becomes a habit, and we begin to justify it as if now this monstrous appetite for wants falls under the heading of need. Let's just clarify that some wants are never good for us. They're never what we need. But that doesn't mean that all wants are bad. So we have to learn through the Spirit to discern what is most important, what is truly needed. And this is what the Scriptures teach us, that sometimes that thing we really need, it takes a while for us to discern because we have to find our way through the wants, sorting them out, discerning what needs to be let go of, so that we'll have the energy and the focus to pursue what is needed. When Jesus was at the home of Lazarus and Martha and Mary, Jesus wasn't putting Martha down when he talked about what it means to be busy with all the affairs of the household. He was just elevating that Mary had chosen what was necessary, needed. In that parable of the prodigal son, that older son was so frustrated because he had unfulfilled wants. But when his brother came home, he didn't see the need until his dad said, "You have your brother home safe and sound." It was necessary to celebrate, needed to celebrate. You see, if you go your whole life holding a grudge against your brother because you didn't get what you want, then in reality, you've missed out on what you need. And finally, some of our wants, when shaped by the Spirit, are exactly what we need. We want to be whole. We want healing. We want to experience forgiveness. We want peace, joy. We want all of these inner feelings of confidence and assurance in our relationship with God. And God says, I want those too. I want those too. What you want for you, I want for you. Let me show you how to get it. Many years ago, Susan and I were at visitation prior to a funeral. A brother in Christ had lost his wife to cancer. He asked us to wait in the visitation room at night, in the evening, until everyone else had left. And it was just him and Susan and I there with him at the casket with his wife in the casket. He took our hands in between his hands, and he began to quote from memory Philippians 4 through 10. In that section is the promise that God will give us the peace that passes understanding. He said to Susan and I, he said, the peace of understanding wouldn't help me. If God came right now and explained exactly why my wife died, he said, that wouldn't help me. Nothing would. He said, the only thing that will help is a peace that's greater than that. A peace that only God can give. The peace that passes understanding, that I am assured that in the heart of God, His love for me is sufficient. His grace for me is sufficient. His covering for me in this season is sufficient. He said, that's the only thing that will be sufficient. You see, what he understood was there was a difference between what he might want and what he really needed. Back in 2011, my doctor, Dr. Kelly Carson, she's had such a profound impact on my life. I call her a lifesaver because she really is. I met her in 2007. I'd collapsed in my driveway. It's an ambulance run. I'm in the emergency room. She becomes my doctor. In 2011, she had correctly assessed my situation, and she came into the office. I'm sitting in the little exam room there, and she looked at me and she said, I want you to have another surgery. It's going to be like the past one, and I knew what that meant. My goodness. And she said, I know that in your mind, you're not going to want this, but I'm telling you, you need this. Whoo! Man, the thought of going through that again, I thought to myself, hey, that may sound good to you, but you're not the one on the table, right? But I trusted her. I agreed to that surgery. And you know what? She was right. All the problems that I'd had for years that I couldn't solve, that surgery solved them. And I'll never forget that moment where she was willing to tell me, you need something that you don't want. But if you'll trust me, you're going to want something that you truly need. I believe there's a lot of things we could want for this new year, but there's one thing we truly need: to be anchored in God, so that every decision we make and every step we take is a step closer to God. God bless you. Thank you for joining us for this time together. And I pray that this next year will be an amazing gift that we all share together.
Worship you for me. worship you. And I will not be silent. I will always worship you. As long as I am breathing, I will always worship you. And I will not be silent. I will always worship you. As long as I am breathing, I will always worship you. Here's my worship, all of my worship. Receive my worship, all of my worship. Here's my worship, all of my worship. Receive my worship, all of my worship. You, Lord, you are worthy.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And we just pray that today has been a blessing over you and that it will carry you into the new year. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. So until then, God bless.
Hello, 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 Love First Church family. My name is Jasmine and I am one of the recovery ministers here at North Atlanta. I just want to say I am so grateful that we have made it near to the end of 2025. The scripture that comes to mind is James chapter 1 verse 2, where it says, "Count it all joy, my dear brothers and sisters." So 2025 has brought us plenty of joyous moments, and then they've brought us some other type of moments too. But I thank God that we have made it. So as we get ready to go into 2026, no matter what, we are going to have joy. We are going to be grateful, and we are going to thank God and go into this year like, this is my year, no matter what. So again, Love First family, I love each and every one of you so, so, so very much. Count it all joy and be happy and be gracious in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. God bless and Happy New Year.
Hey everybody, I want to say that I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, and I want to wish everyone a soon-to-be Happy New Year. My name is DJ Wells and I serve as the worship minister at North Atlanta, and it has been such a blessing over this past year to just be involved in worship in all the different ways and to see how each and every person of the congregation has poured their hearts out in worship and truly leaned in, to see the connection and the engagement that we have during our worship time. And it's not just our adults, but it's everyone. It's everyone from our most senior individuals down to our youngest babies that are pouring out their hearts and putting their all into worship. And so that is such a blessing to get to be a part of and get to experience on a weekly basis. I want to wish you all the best in the new year, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and worshiping with you in 2026.
Hey, North Atlanta. This is Don from my mom's farm in Colorado. And this has been a part of my life for longer than I can remember. And every time I come out here, I am reminded of things that matter most. And when I reflect on this last year, I think about engagement. What it has meant to be a part of our church over this last year is nothing less than stunning. To see people's faces filled with joy as we greet each other, engage with each other, worship, serve, and share with each other. These are my great memories of 2025, and I can't wait to see what God unfolds in 2026. Happy New Year and God bless.
Hi, my name is Christy Ashby, and I am the preschool director here at North Atlanta Preschool, which is a part of North Atlanta Church of Christ. I am so happy to tell you about one of my favorite opportunities that we had this past year, and that was to partner with North Atlanta on a holiday food drive. Our students were able to bring in several hundred pounds of food that we were then able to partner with North Atlanta's recovery ministry and go with Miss Jasmine Turner to Mary Hall with 2 of our classes to deliver all of that food to support our Dunwoody community. It was truly a remarkable experience for our entire school to watch our families gather together, bring in that food, and for us as a preschool to deliver it to families in need in the Dunwoody area. All right, friends, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy New Year!
Hi, I'm Derek Nichols. I'm our Communications and Ministry Coordinator, and I'm especially thankful for our young adults, for the way that each of you leads and serves as part of our North Atlanta family. Have a Happy New Year!
Hi, it's Missy Taylor, Associate Minister and Administrator at North Atlanta, and I want to wish you a very happy New Year. One of my favorite memories from 2025 was our family summer picnic. It was a hot, hot day, but boy did we have fun playing games on the field, and I think the dunk tank was an absolute hit. Looking forward to a lot more fun as a family in 2026.
Hello, family and friends. I am Burnett McConaughey, but I'm known around the building as Net or Miss Net. I help keep the building clean. I am also one of the volunteers, if you may call it, because I am willing to help anybody and anywhere that needs help. One thing that I am very grateful for of this year of 2025 is being among the family that I have gained here in this church. I'm also thankful for my health, the journey that I have been on. My health is better for my daughter and I cannot be more grateful than that. I'm so grateful to still be alive in 2025 and be amongst the family that shows so much love, and that is North Atlanta Church of Christ.
Blessings to all. My name is Krista Kendrick, and I am the Assistant Recovery Minister. What am I most grateful for? I would say in 2025, I am most grateful for all the fun events that we had together, getting a chance to know each of you, getting a chance to pray with you, support you, sometimes cry with you, me being able to be vulnerable and just be transparent myself. I feel like there was a lot of growth. I enjoyed so many different events that I can't name just one, and so let's see how many I can name in 20 seconds. Trunk or treat, jingle jam, NASM fall retreat, turkey bowl, church picnic, holding baby goats at vacation, Bible study, singing with praise team, my first sermon, Success Academy, and taking it to the streets. Woo! Happy New Year's to you from me. God bless.
Hi everyone, my name is Nikki Harper and I'm the office receptionist here at North Atlanta, and I am so thankful to be able to serve not only our North Atlanta family but our community as well. So I want to say Happy New Year and Happy Holidays, and thanks to everyone who makes me feel part of the family.
Hi, I'm Savannah Roberts and I serve with our Children and Family Ministry here at North Atlanta. Happy New Year. This past year, I am extremely grateful for how this North Atlanta family has welcomed and embraced our family. I'm especially grateful for the new friends that my boys have made in Bible class, their Bible class teachers, and all of the volunteers who have made them feel so at home. Happy New Year to you and to yours as we go into 2026.
Good morning, North Atlanta, and Happy New Year. My name is Trip Durden, and I'm one of 2 student ministers here at the church. As 2025 comes to an end, I cannot believe that I'm coming up on 3 years of being a student minister here. 2025 was full of amazing moments and memories that I will look back on for the rest of my life. Whether it was buying a new house with my wife and daughter and moving right next door to my brother and his family, or going on my first international mission trip with NASM, or taking the middle schoolers to Alabama, or even just getting to see our ministries here at North Atlanta collaborate in new and unique ways, every single week was full of the goodness and love and mercy and grace of God. And I know that in 2026, He's going to have even more love and even more grace and even more goodness for every single one of us. And I cannot wait to see what He is going to do.
Hi, North Atlanta. My name is Kendra Greenwald. I'm one of the youth ministers here. Thanks for joining us for this virtual service, and have a happy new year. One of my favorite things about 2025 was just watching our students thrive and grow in their faith. Students, shout out to you. You are leading this church in so many ways, and it is so humbling to work with and be a part of, just knowing who you are at this stage in your life. So I love you guys and miss you a lot. Can't wait to see you soon. I also want to say thank you to our NASM families, anyone who has volunteered with North Atlanta Student Ministries this year, anyone who has given to some of our fundraisers or served in any way. Thank you so, so much. We could not do what we do without you. So enjoy your time together, and thanks again for joining us, and have a happy new year.
Whoa, whoa. We made it to the edge of another December, with stories in our sleeves and the dust in our lungs. Some of it was heavy, some of it was laughter, but you were in the middle when we didn't feel strong. And folding chairs and hallway lows, in prayers we whispered low. You stitched us back together, made a family out of bones. So we breathe in grace and we let go of control. If you're still leading, we're still home. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft. Make the new year more of your love. We watched you show up in ordinary places, in casseroles and car rides, and a text that said I'm here. At the table with the bread and the cup between us, you made the hidden courage rise up through our fear. No perfect people, no polished lines, just mercy in real time. Teach us to carry each other like you carried us alive. Make us steady, not loud. Make us faithful in the small. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft. Make the new year more of your love. Let forgiveness be our language, let compassion be our pace. Put your light in our living rooms, put your courage in our days. Send us to the lonely corners, keep us rooted in your peace. Jesus, build your home among us, teach our hands to be your hands. We're walking in with open hands, not chasing what we can't command. Just you and us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And when the nights get long again, we'll sing it out and sing it then. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft. Make the new year more of your love. us in daily bread. Come lead us into what's ahead. And if the road gets steep again, we won't pretend we don't need friends. God, keep your church close, keep our hearts soft. Make the new year more of your love. The year keeps turning like the tide of night. Headlines rolling and the shoreline shifts, but there's a quiet underneath the noise, a deeper current where your promise lives. We've learned the wind can change in a minute, and feelings fade like a passing flame. So we're looking for the thing that doesn't move, a name that stays the same. When the surface is restless, hope goes down deep, past what we see, to what you've spoken to keep. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast when the waters pour. Not a wish in the air, not a momentary calm. Jesus, you hold us when the storms come, so we won't drift, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast. You don't break your word, you don't back away. You don't change when the seasons wear. We're tired of guessing what tomorrow holds. Still faithful in the quiet urban, like an anchor hidden under the waves, gripping what's silent, immovable stone. Our trust goes deeper than our circumstance. You're the ground we're standing on, and when we can't feel it, we choose to believe. Your promise is stronger than what fear tries to preach. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast when the waters pour. Not a wish in the air, not a momentary calm. Jesus, you hold us when the storms come, so we won't drift, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast. Make us a people who stay close to you, rooted in your heart. make our hands steady, make our hope loud enough to share. We have a hope, an anchor of this soul, sure and steadfast when the waters fall. Not a wish in the air, got a momentary calm. Jesus to hold us when the storms come. So we won't take, we won't let go. We're tethered to a love that won't let go. We have a hope, an anchor of the soul, sure and steadfast. Hold us steady, hold us close, hold us close, sure and steadfast.